What's good, everybody? It's your boy Caleb Yano. Welcome to the Honest to God podcast, episode. What number are we on? 31. Episode 31. Hey.
Malc, I got one for you, Malc.
I was gonna say I had one too if Malc didn't have one already. But who you got? Let's hear it. Who's number 31? It ain't no Lakers.
Episode,
it is a
bro.
Laker, bro.
It's the Dennis episode because I'm 31
out
here. I'm the old head of the group.
Uncle Dennis. It's the Uncle Dennis episode. I was gonna say Reggie Miller. But we can go with it.
No. That Reggie gotta go Reggie though.
I was gonna say Chris Mim.
Chris Mim.
Y'all remember Chris Mim? He played for like 4
They
years.
said it at the same time, yo. Yeah, Chris Mim. I remember Chris Mim. Yeah, I do.
For the Cavs at a point or not?
Yeah, I think towards the end of his career or something.
Chris Mim played for a lot of people, bro.
He did.
Right, he one of them guys that got traded everywhere.
Priest Holmes was like 26 though. Oh no, Priest Holmes was 31.
I think he was 31.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm thinking Clinton Portis. Yeah,
Priest Holmes in his prime was crazy.
Reggie or Priest? We got to pick one.
I think I gotta go.
Let's
Reggie,
go Reggie.
Man.
We gotta go to Reginald, bro.
You gotta respect the legend.
Right. One of the greatest.
Gotta go to
Reginald.
Reginald.
Got you.
Let's go Reggie Miller, man. Episode 31. It's the Reggie Miller episode. Y'all know what it is. Hey, man. The quarantine chronicles continue, y'all.
Man, they got
quarantine
my
chronicles
dog,
continue, man. I was out here, man. I've been talking mad stuff about COVID all year long, all last year. Look, finally caught up to me, man. But I'm good though. Your boy is good.
Hey, bro, I don't want to sound crazy, bro, but it's crazy that it just hit you though.
I know, right?
Just now, bro. Like,
but remember last week I was saying like if I don't get it this week, I'm good. Like I'm either gonna get it this week because my whole family got it, or I'm just not ever gonna get it. And I got it, bro. It was just delayed. It hit me quick though, bro. I was like, this is how I know I had it, bro, because I be telling y'all how hot my in-laws keep this house. Like, they legit keep this mug on like 80 degrees. And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, that's the thermostat temperature. And I knew I knew right, bro. Right.
80 in Atlanta.
Bro, 80.
That's crazy.
So I knew something was wrong when I got up to go to the bathroom at like 4 a.m., bro, and I'm shivering. Like, teeth chattering, I'm shivering. I'm like, yo, it's colder than the mug. Right. Then I look at the thermostat like, oh no, it's 80 degrees in this mug. So I'm like, ask my wife to throw me a blanket. She's like, oh nah, you need to get checked in the morning. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So yeah, man, COVID done caught up with me, man. I think Carlin the only one out of our crew that ain't get hit yet. He the last man standing.
Yeah,
Just picking us off one by one.
One by one, though.
That's crazy to me. I swear I had it, bro.
You probably did. That's what I don't know. That's what I thought too.
Bro, I thought I had it till I got it, and I'm like, nah, I ain't have it.
Right.
I ain't have it, bro.
I've been saying the same thing. Like I had it, and then I got it for real. I'm like, oh no, this is a different feeling. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I just feel weird. Like I'm okay. I don't feel that bad, but I just feel weird. Like
yeah, definitely. That's how it was,
man.
Yeah.
I'm good though, man. I'm hoping I'm able to just have a mild case of it. But your boy locked up. But anyways, man, coming at y'all from Atlanta, Georgia. It's your boy. It's the boy, the young Yano, aka Italiano, aka Caleb. It's like now. Got the homies in the building as usual. Let's start with Malc, man. How you feeling, Malc? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Another good week, man. I'm just stringing these mugs together. Like,
my
just
guy.
enjoying life, man.
My God, man. Glad to hear that, bro. How's the fam?
Everybody good. Y'all know Lil Malc started his practice. So, it was
out there ready to take ankles.
Right. Thinking, you know.
Yeah.
Lil Malc got that Mamba mentality, boy.
Right. I'm like, yo, it's your first practice. You don't got to go so hard. But he was out there.
Care,
oh, that was just practice? That was just practice today?
Yeah, his first
Oh,
practice.
I thought he was out there. I thought he had the game. Okay.
Nah, that's just how he is. He's just competitive.
Yo, practice getting getting upset.
Right. Like, you ain't gotta be mad, bro.
Shake.
You only ate. Relax, man. You don't gotta be so mad.
Harlem shaking after the 3 ball on cats at practice.
Practice.
But yeah, we
Talking
good, bro.
about practice. That's good, man. We got the boy Dennis in here with the Dewey on. Denny the Butcher.
You know, man. Still got my COVID fro, so we gonna get right next week though.
That was the worst part, bro. I was supposed to get my hair cut Monday. I'm already going on 3 weeks. I'm like, bro, I'm about to have to go another 2.
My hair cut. Bro, I was supposed to get my hair cut the week I caught COVID, and I was already 2 weeks out. So this is about to be a month, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This is about to be a month.
I can't. This is probably the longest Dennis hair been.
Right.
Since we started, bro. Probably since we started. But everything good, man. We here, baby.
That's good, bro. Good to hear. We got the homie Carlin in the building. Beto. You good, man?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Me and my wife been on this workout program for 3 weeks strong.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Ooh.
What program y'all doing?
It's a Beachbody 9-week control freak. So we on phase 2 now. It's tough, bro.
I was about to say that sound kind of crazy, bro.
Them Beachbody workouts ain't no joke, bro. That's the same group as like Insanity and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Insanity,
I've been doing the
P90.
I've been doing the Body Beast one. That joint is. I did it before with Dennis. Me and Dennis did it, but I forgot how hard that mug was, bro. And we used to skip leg day. Leg day is the hardest one.
That's the hardest.
Leg day was my favorite one when I was doing it.
We used to skip. We never did legs. I don't know why, but
everything except legs, bro. Everything except legs.
Upper body swole as heck. You got chicken legs. That's good though, man.
We good, man. We trying to stay away from the vid.
Yeah, bro. Stay strong.
You're doing a great job, bro. You're doing a great job, bro.
It's crazy because I'm around kids all day, every day.
Yeah, bro.
It's wild.
You might have just built up an immunity, man, but I don't know. That's what I thought too. So I don't want to speak too soon, but
it's the dreads, bro. It's the dreads, bro.
The
protection is crazy, bro. The protection is crazy.
He got a line of defense.
Yo, Dennis is dumb.
Nah. COVID blockers.
Right.
COVID blockers.
Oh
man. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we good though.
Yeah, man. Before we introduce our special guest, let me give these libs out this week, man. I gotta give the libs to. I gotta give them to Carlin, bro. I got to, man.
How are you, Dennis? How are you, Dennis? How are you, Dennis?
This cat Carlin knew more about my grandma's tattoo than I did. I still don't know how to feel about it, man. I'm like, wait, hold up. How do you know all this? Cat describing the whole tattoo, and I'm like, yeah.
He's like, it's a butterfly.
In detail, though.
It's a blue.
It's a butterfly. It's blue.
Right.
about this big.
About 2 inches. It's like right here.
Oh man, bro.
Bro, that was one of the funniest conversations.
That's the craziest start to a podcast ever, bro.
I listened back to
He
it.
don't even know how to accept that award, though.
Right, bro. Like, what can you say?
Just
The whole sequence of that conversation, like from that, and then I was like, that's like me knowing about your mom's feet. And I was like,
I feel like we had a middle school lunch table at that point.
Right. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
I could have went crazy.
I don't know how to accept that, bro. Thank you.
Accept
Just
thanks,
thanks,
bro.
I
I mean,
That's lives. Moving on, yo.
just accept it with honor.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, bro. Hey, yours to give out next week. Yeah, man. Let's get to our special guest today. Friend of the show,
sir.
Man. This is our boy from way back, man.
Way back.
This dude grew up with a lot of us in the Yo. Knew him a lot of our lives. He was a part of the original Scars clique. For those of y'all who know about it, if you know, you know. You feel me? Scars.
Family, boy.
Yeah.
Family, man. So we want to welcome to the show our friend and the homie, Allan Irizarry-Graves, man. Give it up for my boy.
Hey.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all, man, having me on. Just thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, sir. Let me give you some good shots. You know what I mean? For the yo
Come on, man.
For the yo one time. I know you a pastor now, but you still get the gunshots, bro.
Hey, I'll take them.
You still from the hood, so we gotta let them know.
That ain't changed.
Well, man, welcome on, bro. Welcome on. So, for those of y'all who don't know, our boy Allan, man, recently wrote a book just sharing his life story. The title of the book is A Quest for Belonging, right?
Yep. Quest for belonging, overcoming abuse, abandonment, and identity crisis.
Yeah. And it just kind of shares a story about growing up in the system and foster care. And we just wanted to get him on here to share about his book a little bit and to kind of ask questions and give him a chance to kind of share it with the world. I know most of us got a chance to read it, and man, I put that mug up and couldn't put it down, bro. Like, I think I read the whole thing in one night.
Me too,
like,
bro.
I'm like, oh, this
Me
is
too.
Yeah. So I'll kick it off, man. So I don't want to share too many details because I know people are gonna want to read it for themselves. So I don't want to give it away. But you talk about your experience growing up in the foster care system and being adopted, and I guess for me, like, I'm somebody who's kind of studied that demographic in school and just being in ministry and stuff. And I know the statistics of kids that grow up in the system, man, and it's overwhelmingly negative. You know what I mean? Like, the vast majority don't make it to live successful lives. You know, a lot of them end up either institutionalized or homeless, you know. So I guess my question for you is, like, for one, with your experiences, like, can you see how those outcomes are so common, and then, like, how did you overcome that? Like, what's some ways that you were able to overcome that and just, I guess, just rise above those stereotypes?
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you. In thinking about those stereotypes, I think that's just what they are, stereotypes. I mean, I think we pride ourselves on sharing negativity, right? You hear about all the negativity, but we often don't hear about the good that happens. Those who make it out, quote unquote. Those who don't let what they've gone through to stop them from getting somewhere. And so, but I also recognize that it's real. Like, stereotypes are real. They're unfortunate, but they have a level of truth to them. And so I think it's a variety of factors, but I think the biggest piece is this stigma that comes along with foster care. Like, if their parents ain't want them, why do somebody else want it? You know what I'm saying? Or if their parents couldn't take care of them, clearly they must be the issue. So I don't want to deal with those kids, or they come with too much baggage, right? Let me be honest. I got one son, and bro, that's more than enough. Like,
I said the same thing to my wife. Like,
bro,
you want it done,
bro. It's crazy. But, like, I mean, me and my brothers went in foster care together, so it was 3 of us, and so you can imagine the challenges that come along with that. And then you don't realize how trauma plays a role in your life. And as kids, we don't understand trauma. We just know normal. And so I talk about in the book, I didn't even realize what I was going through was, like, messed up, because this was all I knew. And so for me, I think that trauma piece builds into a lot of people's thoughts and just prejudices about what it means to have a foster kid or to help foster kids or all of that. And then for myself, man, in writing this book, and I know I'm a pastor, but I'm not saying this because I'm a pastor. The only way I really made it, bro, is God. I remember it's funny, your dad and mom used to come send the Super Kids bus all the way to the Campbell Projects to get us. Like, and my mom, she didn't even know God. Like, she wanted people, I don't do God, F that stuff. Like, I ain't dealing with it. And so, but I couldn't wait to go to Super Kids. Like, I loved that big bus ride. That was my getaway. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, my relationship with God, even when I didn't know, I went in foster care at 4, right? And so I ain't even know how to, like, articulate it. But for me, that's what really helped me to get through, Because let's be real, it's only by the grace of God that any of us got to where we are. And so for me, it's just like it had to be God. And then my brothers, they went through the same thing. They can tell their own story, but we turned out really different. You know what I'm saying? And so I often, through writing this, ask myself what was different. And one piece that I found in writing this story was that at all times I was always with one of my brothers, but there were points in time in their lives when they were by themselves. So I don't know what happened that caused them to choose a different road. But I mean, I'm just grateful that God saw fit for me to make it this far.
Dope.
Yeah. Definitely. I got a question for you. Here go the book right here. I read that joint, man, in one sitting. Great book, man. And the thing about this book that I loved is that I can't relate to the adoption piece of it. I did grow up in a great household where I had mom and dad. But some of the nuggets and the gems that you spoke to, I think, can resonate with anybody. Like some of your advice that you give people, just how to understand who you are and knowing who you are, so that you can be who you're supposed to be for other people. With some of the gems and one of the stories that you said in there was when you went to the Elks. And you was talking about how somebody you didn't even know could tell that you was out of place. And it was so crazy because I had the same situation, man. My grandma had passed away in 2008. And maybe it was 2008. And it was just a tough weekend, and I ended up going to a wide shoe icebreaker. And I'm in there. I'm already feeling nuts. I'm like, I ain't. This ain't my scene, but I'm in here, so it is what it is. And somebody that I knew from church, and I knew him, but he wasn't all the way in the church, but he knew me from church. So he came to me like, man, what's up, man? What you doing here? I'm like, I'm just here, you know what I'm saying, chilling. Like he like, yeah, nah, bro. Like, this ain't your scene. Like I'm like, bro, you right, bro. And it only took me like 20 minutes to be like, yo, all right, I'm out. He right. Like I feel nuts, but I just can appreciate your transparency. And my question to you is, out of this book, for people that have not been through they may not have been through abuse and abandonment, what kind of advice can you get to them if they may be searching for identity crisis?
Yeah, I think,
or are they going through an identity crisis?
Yeah, I think identity crisis is unique because it's individualized, right? So all of us is unique to us. My identity crisis may not be what you're dealing with. Like some people, they don't like that they fat. Some people can't wait to gain weight. You know what I'm saying? Or some people, they don't like their name, or they don't like how tall they are, or whatever the case may be. But I think from an identity crisis perspective, I think the best thing we can do is genuinely learn who we are. When you learn who you are, then you can love who you are. But if you don't know who you are, you loving something that you're making up or that you're fabricating. And for me personally, I ain't got time for that. Like I ain't got time to be wasting time. Does that make sense? So from an identity crisis perspective, I think like I have friends I grew up with, like their story is totally different than me, but they wanted to be hood. And I'm like, bro, this ain't what you want. Like, if you got a good family, like you said, Dennis, you got a good family, both parents, bro, that's okay. Like, you don't have to be what you aren't. Accept what you are and who you are and how God has allowed you to get to this point in your life. And I think that's real important, especially for us as black men and raising black men. That's important because they're always trying to tell us who we are and who we should be, what we aren't. But you got to figure that out for yourself, and that'll help to free you from a lot of unnecessary expectations of folk, and then just unnecessary burdens. Like some stuff you ain't got to go through if you know who you are, because you ain't trying to figure out, well, if I do this, what they gonna? Nah, I ain't got time for that. But now hindsight is 2020. I done went through some things trying to figure out who I am. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their own journey. I would just say, figure out who you are, and in doing that, it's gonna take some trial and error. You might, like Mike Malc was talking about, baby boy, he hooping. Like, I hate basketball. All y'all love basketball. That ain't who I am. Like, bro, people ask me all the time, Pastor Graves, you sing? I don't sing. I said, but all my friends musically inclined. Like, that ain't me. Like, that's just not me. And I'm cool with that.
Right.
And I ain't trying to force myself to be something that I'm not. And I think for young people in particular, they battle identity crisis when they feel they have to be something that they're not. But through this book, I really want to free people to be who they are.
Yeah. That's real good, bro. I like how you talk. I like how you said, like, some people feel like they, like, if everybody around them is good at something, they have to do the same thing. And I think even with people who are good at stuff, like, if you find your identity in what you're good at, you still don't know your true identity. You know what I mean? Down here in Atlanta, bro, there's so many rappers, bro. So many rappers. And everybody I come in contact with that's a rapper, like, that's all they talk about, bro. Like, that's their entire identity. And I'm like, yo, you got to know who you are outside of that, too. Like, you know what I mean? Your identity can't be this, because that's not going to last forever.
Right.
Like, we all learned that. We all did music, you know, except Allan, but she was in the Scars clique. So, you know, he was kind of an honorary member.
Right.
But, you know, like you said, you got to know who you are. And I think that starts with that foundation in Christ, bro.
Yep.
Like, I think it's super dope how you talked about super kids and how, like, even at a young age, like, they invested that foundation in Christ in you that stuck with you even to this day. And now it's kind of coming back full circle, because now you're a pastor, you're a youth pastor, right?
Yep. Yes,
Teaching other kids, instilling that same foundation in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the only way we could, like, break cycles, you know what I mean, is to get these kids while they're young. You know what I mean? Before they have to go through the trauma, before they have to, like, experience all that, and, you know, instill that foundation in them. So that's super dope, bro.
Yo, Al, I got a question, because you dealt with something super important and dear to my heart in the book. You talked about grief and losing your father, and I just wanted to ask you, like, when you're talking about grief, you said something really good about taking your time and not just rushing through the process, and how you had to, like, take a step back from everything before you had to, like, move forward. So, like, tell me about, like, what that process of grief was like for you specifically.
Yeah, so I talk about it, like, let me just be frank. I'm not an emotional person. Like, that's probably why I don't rap and sing. Like, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so when my dad died,
hold on, bro. You don't gotta be emotional to rap, bro.
you know, y'all be like, I gotta make these pages cry. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that ain't me. That ain't me. And so, and going through what I went through, I learned to cut off emotions. I learned to compartmentalize things and not deal with things. But when my dad died, the thing about it is, bro, I ain't had no choice but to deal with it, because it ate me up. Like, bro, I lied to you not, bro. I was like, bro, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I'm crying all day. Like, I'm losing it, bro. I felt like Britney Spears when she had that breakdown in the early 2000s. Like, bro, I ain't know what to do. And here it is. My family is like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, bro, like, what you mean? We just lost our dad. And they were like,
yeah, we lost the best thing we know.
And then one of my family members, y'all know I'm adopted, they was like, that ain't even a real dad, bro. Like, what you tripping on? And I'm like, what? Like, y'all just saying dumb stuff. So for me, that grief piece was very important for me to share, because I think grief transcends just death, right? We can lose capacity. I mean, if COVID ain't taught us one thing, it's taught us that anything could be gone at any moment. Right. And so I just wanted to really share my truth. And I think also that would help to free other people to recognize that grief is real. And then the other piece is this. Some things, if you don't handle, you could get away with not handling. Something like that is going to tear you up. And so I know people think of the 4 stages of grief, boom, 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 but grief don't work like that. It's intricate. And so it comes like waves. It comes and goes. Bro, I moved to Philadelphia the weekend my father died. Bro,
that's crazy.
I'm losing it. And then this what really made me mad, bro. I applied to this master's program, did all this work going, and then I go into class on Monday because I had to wait all weekend. And one of my classmates was like, "You just couldn't make it, could you?" Bro.
Oh, bruh. We
Oh
was
man, I done turned up. Like, bro, you don't know what I've been through this weekend, cuz.
Bro,
Like,
I'm like, dude. I'm like, actually, my dad died. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm praying for you. And so I'm like, nah, bro. I was like, you couldn't drop at this school. You couldn't drop unless the professor signed your paperwork. So I waited all weekend to get my paperwork, and I'm like, nah, I gotta, get this filled out. And so I knew for me, in order for me to be well and do ministry and accomplish what I wanted to, I had to take that step back, right? It's like I love to eat. And so if I pull something out the oven too quick, it might give me food poisoning. I might die, right? If I ain't careful. For me, I wanted to be my best self. So I had to take a step back, even when those closest to me didn't really agree with it or weren't supporting me. I knew what I had to do for me.
So on that same topic, do you feel that taking that time was the most important thing, like to help you get through it? Because I remember losing my father, but it was at a young age. And as you get older, you start to figure certain things out, and it hits you a little different. Like, what do you think was? Well, maybe the question is, what do you think was the most important thing to help you get through it? You know what I'm saying? Like, not just the grief aspect, but it's more to it than like being sad, feeling sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I really had to, bro. It wasn't a sad thing for me, bro. I felt like I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
Bro, I felt like I was literally going crazy. And so I called the funeral home and they was like, we can get you some counseling. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, going up through foster care, you have to go to counseling. I hate D&E to this day. Bro, I spent so much time there. I still remember my casework from my counselor. Brett, he had his little ponytail. Bro, I hate counseling to this day. But I knew I had to make sure I was well because this is the thing we forget to understand. If you ain't right in one area, it's gonna trickle down in other areas, right? And so I knew I had to get that extra help. And I mean, I'm a pastor, right? I gotta have faith. I gotta trust God. He gonna make a way. But bro, let's be real. I couldn't see it. I'm just being as frank as possible. And so I knew I needed that additional help. And then if I can't be real with myself, what I'm experiencing, and I know I want to do ministry, how am I going to ask other people to do that or demand that of them, and I'm not willing to do it myself? Right. And so I think that piece for me was real important. And it took a lot, man. I risked a lot. I ain't know what was next. I lost everything, my scholarship, all of that. But God provided. Thank God he did. But for me, it was just, I knew what I had to do. Because, bro, I'm not about to be crying all day. Can't eat, can't sleep. Bro, I'm weeping like I'm at a Taylor Swift concert driving in Philly, bro. That ain't good. I couldn't do it. And so I knew what I had to do. That makes sense?
Yeah. So, because I feel like counseling gets stigmatized within, like, I'm going to be real, like, within the black community. So, like, if you seek out counsel, you crazy, or I'm just being real. So I think that's important to hear that from you. It's okay to go out there and get that additional help. It don't make you weird. It don't make you less than a man or anything. It actually makes you more of a man in my eyes, because you realize you can't do it on your own. So for real, bro, like I'm happy you did that.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah. As a counselor, I think it's super important to like take care of that mental health, and we do stigmatize counseling because we don't understand what it's like. But in everyday life, like when you go to the barbershop and you sit down in that chair and you start talking, like that's a form of counseling. Right. Like when you go to somebody, you sit down at a dinner table, you eat, and then you're talking about your days, that's a part of counseling. Counseling is based on the relationship that you have with the person that you're going to see. And if you have a good relationship, you're more likely to open up. So it's like, it's not this like scary thing where you're sitting in a chair and somebody's telling you that you're crazy or what you need to do. Right. It should be like you're building a relationship with people, or in figuring out together like what you need to do. And sometimes you just got to talk out your thoughts and your feelings, because we keep it inside and we let it eat us up. But if we just verbalize it, then it helps a lot to just get it off our chest.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, definitely. I got another question. So I don't want to get too deep into detail. I want people to go get your book and really read your story. But a question about your journey. One of the things that you did mention is that you would go to school and see some of your other siblings, and I wanted to ask you, like, was there ever times that you would interact with them, and like, or did you ever have in your heart like the want to form a relationship with them, although you guys have the same father and live different lives? Did you ever want to have a relationship with them?
Yeah, that's a weird question. Because it's a weird answer. I always want to have a relationship with my brothers and sisters, right? Not necessarily my
Yeah,
parents. That's just me. I feel like y'all could have done a better job. And then in trying to rekindle those relationships, I found it wasn't worth it because I ain't about to
yeah,
deal with unnecessary foolishness if I ain't
yeah,
got to. So for me,
yeah,
it's ironic. We were both considered special education in our school. I was in gifted. My brother was in SBH, and so we was in the same hallway. So, bro, we'd be in the bathroom together,
Mm.
bro. I
wow,
would see him like, bro. We ate lunch together. Like, if they let him get out the SBH, bro, it was so weird. And then the piece that really bothered me more so, not just, I mean, we kids. I ain't dealing with no adult here. He ain't got nothing to do with this. He is like, bro, I'm riding the bus. I'm in foster care, and my dad is dropping him off at school. Like, ain't nothing wrong.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he coming to assemblies to see my brother, and he ain't. He I know he ain't there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And so
yeah,
for me, that just like it tore me. I want to be mad at my brother, but then I'm like, he didn't do none of this. And then it was my little brother though. That's the crazy part.
yeah,
So he looking up to me. So I gotta kind of set a standard, like, bro, you ain't do nothing to me. Um,
Mm.
so it's just weird. I mean, I don't know if I even answer your question. And I'll be
nah,
honest with
nah. I mean,
you,
you
I'm
gave it
still
to me the best way.
processing this stuff, right? And the older you get, you might think you could handle it better, but bro, some of this stuff I touched on, I had newfound insight. Right, I'm grown, so I could put two and two together. Whereas as a kid, I didn't know what was going. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like, y'all really
Yeah,
did this though. And so for
yeah,
me, it was definitely challenging because I found myself asking, well, why am I not worthy to have my dad care for me? You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
why am I not worthy to be dropped off by my dad? Those kinds of things. But here's the thing: I talked to my brother, and they were struggling too. Like what I experienced that got me into foster care, he was going in. They just didn't take them. And
Mm.
so, would it have been best for me to go back? Probably not. But I mean, who don't want their dad? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Who don't want to
yeah,
be with the one who birthed them? So it was just weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I could
how you feel
appreciate
about
your honesty, 100%.
Right.
yeah, how do you feel now being a dad?
I was gonna
Bro,
ask
I
that too.
love being a dad, man.
It's
I
crazy,
love
right?
it, bro. Bro, it's the craziest thing I've ever like done. Bro, I talk about in the book. I wanted to be a dad, you know. Like I'll be honest, I wanted to be a dad even more than I wanted to be a husband. Right? And I know I'm a pastor. That's counterintuitive, but like, bro,
You did it in the right order though.
I tried to. I tried to, bro. We did it. But like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be a dad because I never had that. And then when I got a dad, my dad died. And
Wow.
even before he died, I lost him to Alzheimer's. He kind of lost his mind. And so I love being a dad, bro. Like it's challenging, man, it's challenging. And I'm 900 miles away from any relative. So it's literally me, my wife, my son. That's it. So I take this role so seriously. And I mean, I love it. Like it gives me so much pride and joy. And then the weird thing, we had this thing like, what we gonna name him? And I'm like, I don't want no junior. But bro, when I saw that little boy, I
It
said,
came,
that's
bro.
me. That's my
Right.
junior, bro. You
Yeah,
name
yeah,
him, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, I was like, she's like, well, what about the no? Nah, this what we
Yeah,
doing.
that's me. That's me right
So
there.
it is weird. He's finally getting a personality and all that. I see so much of me in him, right? And so what I've gone through makes me want to be a better father, but not just for me and my family, but also for those around me. So I've benefited from uh Caleb's father, Dennis's father. You know, like I've benefited from community fathers, if you will. I've seen my dad be that in our community. And so I just don't want to limit being a good father to who I birth, but those who come into contact with. I
That's
just
good.
want to make an impact.
That's
That makes
good.
sense.
That's good,
That's
bro.
good, bro.
Yeah, bro. I feel like after I had my kid, bro, I realized, I think I understood the love of God more than ever before, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it was like a whole new revelation because I'm like, bro, I love this kid. It ain't even nothing that he can do to earn my love. Like, I just love him.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Whether he's a good athlete, whether he's
Right.
musically inclined, like, I don't care. I don't
yeah,
care what he does. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna love him no matter what, even through the mistakes.
yeah,
Um, and having my own son, bro, like, sometimes I look at stories like yours and I'm like, how do people do this? Like, how can you possibly just like just not just have a kid and you know that's yours? You know what I mean? Because
Right.
as soon as that kid comes out, you look at him and you're like, that's mine. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I feel
And we
like
were
you feel the
created
same
for
way.
that. We
yeah,
were created for that. You know what I mean? And even reading your story, and I'm not gonna tell the story, but you shared kind of like you share what your dad did to you, or what your family members told you your dad did to you when you came home from the hospital, and that kind
hmm,
of hurt my soul. I'm like, I could not imagine like
Right.
Yeah.
doing that to a baby just because I refused to believe that he was mine.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But seeing you now and seeing you as a father, like that's that cycle that we talk about, that breaking that cycle.
The generational.
And it's people like you that are gonna make a difference in the world because you breaking that cycle. You know what I mean? And you're investing in other young men through your ministry that are gonna now grow up and know how to be fathers. You know
Right.
what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think father like men, and I'm actually reading Tony Evans' book right now. I forget what it's called. It's about being a man though,
hmm.
basically like a kingdom man.
Kingdom man. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, great book, and it just talks about the importance of men in our culture, bro.
mm,
Like if men aren't, we're created to be leaders of our family and leaders of our communities. So if we're not taking charge and we're not, doing what we're supposed to do, then the whole community suffers.
yep,
You know what I mean? So the only way to turn a community around is to raise up young men, and it's by doing that we have to catch them early and instill those values in them, like you said, man. So
And
hmm,
to call out some of these dudes that ain't doing what they supposed to do.
yeah,
facts, bro.
Like
We gotta make it
like I
cool
ain't
to
trying
be
to
a
be
father
yeah,
again, bro. Like
yeah.
make it cool.
If you're not being a father, like we can't make it cool that you're not seeing your kid. Like,
right,
you can't. I mean, for me, I can't
It's
speak for
not
everybody
okay.
else.
Yeah.
Like if you can't be around me, if I know you got a kid, and I'm gonna just sit here and be like cool with it, like I'm gonna ask you every single time, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
that's just how I am.
Right.
Yeah, man. I got one more question, and
Yeah, I do too.
we could probably move on, and we could ask our last questions or whatever. But um, there was a part when you talked about in your book about like how when you realized like what true ministry was. Like you first went to Philly, and you found yourself like painting houses and like doing construction and stuff, and you were like, man, this ain't what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to preach, I wanted to do this. But then you had a revelation of like
hmm,
this is true ministry.
yeah,
So I don't know, bro. I just want you to speak on that because I think that's so important, bro. Like I think that that just that revelation is something that so many people need to understand.
yeah. Thank you. I think that piece, bro, that was a hard lesson to learn. You know, some lessons is easy lessons, and others they rock us, bro. I almost got fired. Had to get my own way back from my internship, bro. I'll be honest. Me and the director, we actually got in a fight,
Wow.
like a fist fight, bro.
Really?
Bro,
That's that
he said
Youngstown in
like
you,
you
bro.
out
I
of
didn't say
here,
that. That
That's
Youngstown
that
came
Youngstown
He
in
out.
wrote
you.
him against the
bro.
desk and everything.
Bro, they like you out of here, and I'm like, I don't even care. Like, let me know when I gotta go. You know, and I think that piece is so important, especially in this day and age where people just seeking followers and prestige and trying to, I'm gonna call it what it is, prostitute their gifts so they can get shine. I think that's ridiculous. Ministry is the nitty gritty work. If we look at Jesus Christ and what he did, bro, it wasn't cute. It was dirty. Like, and so here I was. I'm painting houses. I'm digging ditches, bro. I'm like, bro, we in the summer in Philly, bro, and we in the hood. People getting shot down the street, and I'm like praying with these kids. Like, bro, it's crazy, and I'm like, but this is true ministry, you know. Like, and I think oftentimes we try to sanitize and make ministry something that is not. But, you know, Jesus says, what you do to the least of, you do the same unto me. So for me, I'm always trying to figure out, how can I best serve the least? Yeah. How can I best minister to the least? How can I best, you know, equip the least? Because if we look at it, that's what Jesus was dealing with. Yeah. He wasn't concerned about getting followers, photo shoots, all of this stuff. No, he was trying to transform lives. And sometimes that's dangerous work. It's hard work, and you might get messed up through it, but that's all right. If God has truly called you to this, I tell people all the time, you know, if God calls you to this, he will see you through it. And people ask me, well, Allan, how have you gotten to where you got? And I don't really think I got nowhere, but I mean, God has been good to me. But I'm like, bro, you just gotta have a heart for what God has a heart for. Like, and God is always concerned with the oppression of people. So you got to have a heart for transforming this world, because that's what he did when he sent his son Jesus, right? And so for me, I think that's important for young people to see. And I mean, especially these young cats, man, they get on my nerves. Like, bro, they got flyers and all this stuff, but they ain't doing nothing. And they got 10 armor bearers, but they won't even sweep the floor. Somebody drop a crumb on the table. Yeah. Like, I ain't got time for that, bro. I don't. So I just want to present an accurate picture of what ministry actually is, because, you know, y'all dads was pastors. Like, y'all know, bro. Like, how many days you spent at the church taking care of stuff? How many sacrifices go into it? Like, what the people don't see, you know, that piece is what ministry really is, not the 5% you see when we on YouTube and Facebook.
That's big facts.
Right. Yeah.
That was very well said. Go ahead, Malc.
One more question. So on this show, Allan, it's an ongoing debate. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to get your opinion on here. So you got 3 chips: Lay's barbecue, Doritos nacho cheese, and I guess I gotta say salt and vinegar. Which one you eating, bro?
This cat, look how you phrased it though.
I'm gonna be bad, bro. But look, I just pulled these out my trash can.
Oh, didn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, boy. Hey, classics.
Bro, you can't
classics, boy.
That's wild, bro.
Yes, sir.
You don't even go with the cool.
No, you got the Doritos. You had the Doritos.
Bro, I just ate those. I said, man, I need to eat something real quick. Bro, they stale. They expired last month, but I still
ate them.
They still better than them Lay's.
They still better than them salt and vinegars, though, right?
Nah, bro, they're not even top 5 Dorito flavors.
Bro, it wouldn't be no Doritos.
You don't do that, Doritos, bro. You can't do that.
They're not even top 5.
That's a fact. That's Doritos, a fact,
bro. When you go to the Mexican restaurant, what you ask for? Chips? No, I want some nachos.
I mean, I don't ask for Doritos.
Hey, man, the man spoke, man. The man spoke, bro.
All right. Another
barbecue still up. Barbecue still up.
No, it's not. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Barbecue chips is an old person chip. Like, you eat them at the family reunion.
Thank you, bro. Nobody eats barbecue chips. Like, but barbecue is meant to be on like ribs and chicken and brisket and stuff, bro. Not on potato chips.
No, bro. Y'all.
Oh man, you are wrong, man. You are wrong, bro.
Nah, bro. Salt and vinegar chips is the only way to go. It's the only way to go.
Hey, Allan, I just want to say, bro, that, you know, I've known you my whole life, bro. From Hardin days, we went to high school together. Your sister married into our family, and then we had the Scars movement, doing ministry together. And bro, if I ain't never told you, bro, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you, dog. and the journey that you took, man. I believe that your story can bless anybody, whether they been through what you've been through or have not. But man, I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you, bro, and the man that you become, the pastor you are, the father you are, the husband you are. It all came full circle, and I'm pretty sure that this book is just some fruit that's gonna be eaten by a lot of people that's gonna be able to be nourished and grow from that, bro. So
Yeah,
I'm proud of you,
definitely.
dog.
Same
Thanks,
here,
bro.
bro. Let me hit the round of applause for my guy, man. Go to Amazon, cop the book.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. Sure.
How can
share
they
with
follow
the
you,
people.
bro?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Man, I'm old school. I'm just on Facebook, man. You can hit me up on Facebook, Allan Irizarry-Graves. You can catch me on Amazon. Same name, Allan Irizarry-Graves. My book is called A Quest for Belonging, Overcoming Abuse, Abandonment, and Identity Crisis. So I love for y'all to be blessed by it. My email is on there. Y'all can hit me up if y'all really want to talk to me. I'm open to it. Again, my main concern, I'm not concerned with selling books. I just want to see lives transform, and I just think this is a medium to do it. So, thank you for this opportunity to share with y'all. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for telling us your story and sharing with us.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, so I know.
One last thing,
bro.
I wanted to say one last thing, bro. That was very unique about this book, bro, is how short it was. And I literally, bro, I probably read it in like an hour, and I thought about it. I'm like, man, this is genius because the attention span of people don't last long. Like I was so in tune to the book, I'm like, man, I ain't looking at my phone or nothing. And then I looked at my phone, I'm like, man, that was an hour that flew by. You know what I'm saying? But I just got so much out of this hour that, you know what I'm saying, you just hit people with it and move on, bro. So that the shortness of the book, was that a strategy that you wanted to go with, or you just?
Yeah, it definitely was a strategy because I think, we try to give people the whole gospel. Man, now I just want to give you some nuggets that'll get you attached, searching for more, and then we'll go from there. And then I really wanted to write this. Though I'm a pastor, I could have wrote a 1,000-page book and put a bunch of God stuff in it, but I wanted it to reach those who don't necessarily have a relationship with God. And so, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I talk about God because that's who I am, and I'm nothing without God. But I'm intentional about making it as plain as possible so it can reach as many people as possible. And I also recognize not everyone going through what I went through even have a God consciousness, right? And so they may be turned off if I fill it up with language in reference to God. But I mean, this is a seed that's being planted, and I allow God to do the nourishing. So I think the shortness of it was definitely intentional. It was planned, and I always leave a cliffhanger, hoping that people want to read the next chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, I could appreciate that, especially for somebody like me, because I'm not a reader, bro. Like I get intimidated by long books. I ain't gonna lie. Even this Tony Evans book, I'm like, this is about to take me 3 years to read this whole book. But the shortness of it, it's an easy read. It's not hard. Like some stuff you have to read the same page 3 times to like fully grasp it. It's kind of like straight to the point. Very easy read, but also very like. I feel like you did a good job of like detailing your story even in a short book. So definitely check it out, man. Even if y'all ain't big readers, like I'm not a big reader, but it's definitely a good book. Check it out, and I know y'all will get something out of it, no matter what your story is. You know what I mean? So, man, that was a great convo, bro. We gonna keep you on for the rest, bro. We just gonna go off script for the rest of the joint, but I do want to get into a couple honesty awards, man. Y'all good with getting the honesty awards next?
Yeah,
let's get it.
You be repping, you everywhere, you out here in the mud. You know what I'm saying? You brave, and I respect that, man. Keep winning.
Yes, sir. So I just have one honesty award today I want to give out, and then I'll let y'all share if y'all have any. But So today, the organization I work for is called City Takers. I talk about it all the time on here. But we had an event today that I was supposed to be at before I realized I had COVID, and it was called Warm Atlanta. And basically, we took donations throughout the past couple months. People giving coats, scarves, hats, gloves, pretty much anything that'll keep people on the streets warm. Blankets, socks. And so what they did today, and what I was supposed to do today, was go out to like some of the areas where a lot of the homeless people live. Because here in Atlanta, man, it's a huge homeless population, and it's been pretty cold actually. It's like in the 30s and 40s, so for Atlanta, that's cold. But yeah, we gathered everything we had throughout the week, and then today they went out and gave it to the homeless people living on the streets so that they can stay warm. So I want to shout out everybody who, for one, who donated. And then also everybody who volunteered for that and went out, man, in the City Takers team. So shout out to the Warm Atlanta crew.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's that true ministry we were just talking about, too.
Yeah, that dirty work.
Yeah, dirty work, man. That's what it's about. Anybody else got Honesty Awards? Allan, we gave you one last week just to let you know. So
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
I got one for the unpopular guy, Governor Cuomo, depending on what side you on. But he was interviewing the CEO of Robinhood. I don't know if y'all know everything that was going on with that situation, but he pretty much called him out for taking all of the stocks that were booming off of the app and freezing them and saying that that wasn't his place to do that and that he was just trying to cover for the big guys, and he was just like pretty much not letting them have it. He was like, these people are trying to invest and get their money up and you're trying to block them and stop them from doing that. Like, that's not right. So shout out to him for sticking up to him.
Whoa, people are making too much money. We gotta take this down. Yeah. Like, man, what? Who was that you said though? Governor what?
The problem is that everybody...
Cuomo. Shout out to him.
Yeah, the problem is that too many people are awake, bro.
Right, bro.
Too many people are awake, man. The rich just been getting rich, and now the people with less than are trying to get rich too, and they want to put a cap on it and start to control things that's not supposed to be controlled that way. And I think it's trash, bro. I'm really interested to see how this affects the stock market over the next couple of days, but it's been a wild week looking at it.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I feel like this Robinhood app has made it so accessible to people who would normally not invest, like people our age and like millennials. Like, that's what they made it for. And now people are educating themselves and like understanding how to invest. Right. And just when we get started, they trying to pull it away from us. Like, it's crazy to me. But like, I texted y'all like 2 weeks ago, like, y'all on Robinhood, y'all investing. Like, we literally just had this conversation.
And then all this stuff just happened. Right.
Yeah. Hopefully they get that situated, man, because I'm definitely trying to get this money.
Just trying to eat, bro. Everybody eats, B.
Solidify the future, bro. Get that future solidified.
We got anything else for Honesty Awards?
No, I don't got one today.
Just keep it. It's all good. Keep it brief today. I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. Carlin, you got unpopular opinions for us? I know you got something.
I could always have something, bro.
All right, just off the top, what you got for it?
Oh man.
That's my opinion.
Not again.
Dang, man, I was watching something where a comedian was doing a versus, like a versus battle with movies.
Oh, with movies.
Yeah, with movies. So he did Eddie Murphy versus Jim Carrey, and bro, it wasn't even close. For Jim Carrey.
For the win or
for the loss? He took a big L.
Oh, okay.
But some of the stuff was.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah.
And so I think, bro.
I mean,
only reason I would say Eddie Murphy, it would have been a decent matchup is because Eddie ain't really. What has he been in lately though? Like the past, like I don't know.
It ain't about lately
years.
though, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't about lately. It's about your body of work.
But
Jim
bro,
Carrey got a body of work though.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey definitely.
I don't know, bro. The Mask vs. the Nutty Professor, bro. He can run Nutty Professor 4 movies, like you know what I'm saying, like
Eddie Murphy got great. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Nutty Professor. He definitely got some great ones.
He do got some.
But he also got like Daddy Daycare.
He got Life,
like that.
Yeah, what you gonna put up against Life?
Yeah.
What Jim Carrey movie you putting against Life? That's a tough one.
Yeah, like he got Coming to America. Like it's some tough ones. Nights.
That's
hard. Yeah, some tough drinks out there, bro.
He got some of the greatest. He got some of the greatest. I think I was just thinking quantity wise, like 20.
Right.
I can't even. I don't know if I could even name 20 Eddie Murphy movies. But that I don't know. That might just be something.
Boomerang. Like he got some classics, boy.
That might be the next wave, bro. I feel like I like that. Like I like we need to do more movie versus.
It's fun.
It's
music versus.
It's no like performance to it though. It would be just like lining up your movies, right? Like you can't play a whole.
You gotta play the movie. You gotta play the whole movie.
So playing 20 movies for both people. That would be.
That's a whole week,
that would be
bro.
A 10-day
that's a whole
battle,
week
bro.
versus.
That'd be a 10-day battle.
That's wild, bro.
I do like the idea of it though.
Yeah.
I would like to see more of that.
Yeah, that ain't really unpopular.
I like the versus thing, man.
Who would y'all? I was talking with some people about this because I ain't gonna share what we doing, but who would y'all like to see in a CHH versus battle? Christian hip hop.
Ooh.
That's tough, bro.
Like you saying against each other?
Yeah, against each other. Like what would be a
good battle?
I got one that I could think
the
of.
ultimate, the only one I can really think of off the top of my head is Andy versus Lecrae.
Yeah,
like, that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, that's the low hanging fruit one, for
right?
Sure.
Yeah. I was thinking that's a good one, bro. I got one.
I don't know if anybody matches up with Lecrae. Like Andy would be maybe the closest, but
he'd be the closest.
Lecrae been around for years, bro, Lecrae, and he's had hits in Jesus music.
Right.
Who you got, Dave?
So if we had to like pick a good matchup, I would like to see something like Flame and Trip Lee.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I had a.
You know what I'm saying? I like to see something like that.
I had one similar. I was saying Flame and Truth. I feel like
Flame and Truth would be.
I feel like they popped
that's
off
equal.
at the same. They popped off at the same era and kind of fell off at the same era too. Even though this last Flame EP that he just put out yesterday, I don't know if it's just because I'm on my CHH kick, but that joint was hard. I was loving it.
Yeah, it's it, bro. If you go back to the last one though, before this one, it's another one that he dropped in 2020. Just as he rapping the same way, it's just theology. Just like you said, wavy as it can be, bro. Like
wavy,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like
it's dope.
The pockets that Flame finds, and the way he's able to put those words together, talking about theology. I feel like if Flame wanted to be like a secular rapper, he could be a crazy dope secular rapper, bro.
Right.
Because if you could rap about the Bible and like straight deep theological topics,
sanctification,
and make it sound,
like
make it sound mad wavy and still have that relevant sound, like. Yeah.
Hey, y'all know a fire one I just thought about?
What?
Thizzle versus Derek Minor.
Okay.
I don't like
Derek,
to see that.
I think Derek takes that, but
Thizzle got some bangers. I think because they both got bangers, so I think that'll be a nice one. Something just for me though. Something I like.
Yeah.
I like that.
Allan, I know you listen to some Christian rap.
Bro, I don't be listening to nothing, bro. I listen to white noise trying to put my son to sleep.
Yeah,
but
bro.
I would say if I had
white noise,
I would say I would think Lecrae and then Truth. I like Truth. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Truth, that's my favorite. But
yeah, that's a good one though, bro.
I think Craig, he's more mainstream. So I mean. I think it would depend on what you basing the win on.
Yeah.
Of course, if it sells, it's no match. But
I think people sleep on the Truth, man. Like before Lecrae was even out, like the Truth was kind of the face of CHH, bro.
Truth
like he came on and kind of took it to a level that it wasn't at.
Yeah.
That would be a good matchup for sure.
I think the difference between Truth and Lecrae is that Truth carried it more into the gospel, while Lecrae carried it and crossed over that hip hop boundary, and took it to where Truth was. I think Truth was taking it in a good area, but there's only so far you're gonna go on the gospel side, and I think that's what's gonna separate the music and how much more music Lecrae was able to get out off of that rise. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of great music came from that crossover. So
yeah, that's why popularity wise, I don't think nobody could really compete with Cray.
Right.
Like, he gonna win the popular vote against any CHH artist he goes against.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Bro, one that I used to think like before Verzuz, like one like beef or battle I would want to see was like Swoop against Yalvis. I don't know if it was like an Ohio thing, but seeing them go
I'm
like,
giving that to
toe to toe.
Yeah, I gotta go Swoop.
Swoop Ace.
Yalvis is our guy though, bro. Yalvis back in the day.
Right.
Yeah,
Can't sleep on them mixtapes, bro.
Y'all put me on y'all though, bro.
Y'all
like
my
I knew about y'all from when he was young, like when he was young, like rapping as a kid. Cause just being around my cousins, they've been doing it forever. So, but y'all put me on Yav like older. Like I'm like, all right, Yav. Like I didn't know you was like that. Like
y'all was out here, bro.
Yeah, he was nice.
I never
still
liked
nice,
the zoo,
still nice.
but me, I grew up in the jungle. That zoo freestyle.
So crazy.
yeah.
Yalvis is nice. I think after Swoop put out Wake Up, it's just kind of like that's just like
Swoop took
kind
off.
of took off.
Yeah, he definitely did. Swoop definitely took off.
But back in the day, man, they was like neck and neck.
If you did it like back in the day, it would have been a good matchup. Like the zoo, or was that the name of it? The zoo.
That was the zoo. Yeah.
Swoop's first
Swoop,
joint.
yeah. The Zoo, yeah.
I think one that I would like to see also is Dizzle versus Eshawn. I feel like that would be a tough matchup.
That's a good one.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Eshawn the Israelites. Like,
Hey, I got a question for y'all, man. Hey, I got a question for y'all. I've been wanting to ask y'all this, man. Who do y'all think was the most that had the highest ceiling to be successful in Christian rap if they didn't fall off? I got one in mind, but I would like to know from y'all. Like, it didn't fall off, like going the opposite side, going secular, doing their thing. Who y'all got up there?
Hey, let me start. So I don't know many. I'm gonna say Mace, bro.
Pastor Mace. Pastor Mace. Yeah, okay.
But for real though, I mean, he had the capacity, but he didn't know what he wanted to do, and going back and forth, you people lose respect for you.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a good point, bro. Mace could have came in on the CHH scene and been crazy. Like, I don't think people know how lucrative that scene can be. If you're on that stature, but.
Yo, D, what you mean to sales, D? You talking about sales or just like a rap?
No, I'm talking about like who could be the best. Cause so I'll give y'all who I got, and then I feel like John Gibbs would be the best rapper in the game right now if he didn't fall off, bro.
No, it's Jay Givens. I think it's Jay Givens.
Jay Givens.
Yeah, to me, he the best Christian rapper.
That's a good one.
Cold, bro.
I think musically, John Gibbs edges with his creative ability.
Okay, I see you saying more like artist,
crazy,
not
bro.
more so like rap.
I think John Gibbs was taking off, bro. Like, bro, in CHH he took off quick, and then he just he just slowly became more and more secular until it got to a point where he was just all the way secular, like. But John Gibbs was great, bro. That's the one I had in mind too when you even posed that question. I'm like, oh, John Gibbs.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you talk about artists. I thought you talk about just like best rapper.
I mean, Jay Givens was cool.
just artists.
Jay Givens was.
Yeah, I go with y'all on Jay Givens then.
Jay Givens was a little bit too abstract for me, like to the point where it's like I couldn't even really get the message to what he was saying. Sometimes it was like he was so. It was dope, like the way he put words together, and he had a unique sound that I could appreciate. But I don't know.
I always felt like he was the Andre 3000 of like Christian rap. Like he was he had some different pockets. Like I don't know. It's like an acquired taste, I guess.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Them Humble Beast cats was different, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was watching something, bro, and like KB was talking about how he's because I think he's with Sony now. Like he has a joint venture with them. He's not like signed to them, but he's partnered.
Yeah.
Like HGA is partnered with Sony, and he was talking about how like Sony, like I think some of these Christian rappers think they have to like water down their message to get the popularity. You know what I mean? And I think people also have the conception that like the misconception that if you sign to a major label, they're gonna make you water down the message. Mm-hmm. But he was like, bro, like, if this Christian stuff is selling records, he said they told him this, like, if this Christian stuff is selling records, bro, keep doing it. Like, put out straight worship rap albums. Like, if that all they care about is the records being sold. In a joint venture, like, if you in a partnership, they just care about the money. So they see the value. Like, even the secular side sees the value, is what I'm trying to say. So a lot of these Christian rappers that think they have to like sound borderline like secular to sell records, like, fam, if you tap into the CHH fan base, like, you can go nuts. Like, you better off doing that than trying to go separate. Like, even John Gibbs was going nuts in the CHH scene, went secular, and I can't imagine he's selling as many records as he was, bro. Like, I can't imagine that.
No, I don't think
on the
so.
secular side.
Yeah.
Even when
you saw him everywhere. You saw him everywhere when he hit the scene on the CHH,
bro. On songs with Lecrae,
everything.
Mm-hmm. Featured on everything. Even Allan bringing up Mace. I'm like, Mace could have came in the CHH scene and had a lucrative career, like, in Christian rap if he wanted to.
He really could have. He had all the connections. It didn't matter. He could have changed.
He had the money. He had the money too, bro. Like,
yeah. He
could have created the lane for real.
Facts.
So let me ask this question. I'm gonna switch it up. Who in the secular game, if they switched to CHH, would be at the top of the game? Artistically.
Jay-Z. It's like, nah.
Artistically? It'll be the same thing. I think it'll be like Kendrick, artistically. Like, just his style. Like, people want something different, and I think he give you a different album every time you listen to it, so.
I can agree. If we're talking CHH, it would have to be Kendrick or Cole because of the content that would come with them. Right. They gonna bring in good content in the secular world. They will bring amazing content in the Christian world. Like,
I agree because I wanted to say like Drake, but I feel like if Drake turned CHH, we would have what we already have is a bunch of CHH rappers trying to sound like Drake. Like that would be all it would be. I think Kendrick too. I think the old Kanye, like the one that actually had bars, like if Kanye, like the Jesus Walks Kanye, if he would have made like a whole album of that type of music, could have been the biggest. Because didn't Kanye West win Christian Artist of the Year or something like that when he dropped Jesus Walks?
But Jesus Walk got like Christian Song of the Year or something, gospel like song.
Gospel. He won, crazy, I think Kanye won Gospel Artist of the Year that
year. Is silly, man.
I gotta look up the awards. I'm about to look up the awards that he won for Jesus Walks.
Jesus Walks is a crazy hard song, bro. Like if Kanye
Jesus Walks awards, bro.
But Kanye did turn Christian, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying the old Kanye.
I want to see Kanye versus Lecrae in the verses, bro.
Oh, that ain't fair, bro. I don't know if we could even do that.
But Kanye can only play his Christian stuff, though, bro.
Oh,
he can't play your secular stuff,
Lecrae
bro.
is trashing him, though.
Right.
He only got one album, and that album is Dookie, so.
Right.
Oh, man.
Malc, you got bars for us before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I got some bars.
Let's get some. Get to I guess we could say this for next week. The T.I. allegations. That might be a whole discussion. So we could wait on it, and we could see what new details come out.
Yeah, let's say that next week.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week.
I told you.
Allan, have you seen our Rate the Bars segment?
No, what is it?
So, Malc, go ahead, Malc. I'll let you explain it.
So what we do is I give them some bars, And we got a grading system on here. So like for A is Andre level, and then B is Eshawn level, C is Snoop, but D is Trash Juice, and then F is Nick Cannon bars.
Nick Cannon, dog.
So like I just give y'all the bars, and then just see what y'all thinking.
Okay.
All right, give them to you.
All
right. Here we go. Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your.
Bro.
Hey, good job, Mo. Good job, Mo. That's how you come on, Mo. Right. You go back with it early.
It's so serious. 10 bands, 100 bands, 100 grand. We get it in. We going in. Hit man.
Some of the worst bars
Young
Fly. That Cannon's so goofy, man. This guy's so sorry. All right, let's get to these bars, man.
The worst bars, bro.
Bro, don't be acting like Gigolo wasn't a smash to this day.
A smash though.
Hey, Gigolo was a smash though, bro. You can't hate on it. No, Gigolo was a smash, bro.
It was it, bro.
It was a radio hit.
Gigolo was a smash, bro.
Nah, bro. Calling Gigolo a smash is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. You cannot call it. You cannot say Nick Cannon had a smash hit hip hop record.
He had smash, bro. That was crazy.
Bro, that's the only one I can think of.
Said it was a smash.
Hey, but he got Mariah though.
He did. That's that's his best accomplishment. He getting paid. He got money
too. Wildin' Out.
Yeah, and Wildin' Out. Yeah, can't forget Wildin' Out. All right, what else you got, Mark?
All right, so here we go. I'll give y'all some bars. He said, I got all this flavor on me dripping like the culinary. Mix it up, it tastes sweet as cherry or blueberry. God bless, I was headed for the cemetery or the penitentiary.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna start with Carlin just because the face he made. So I want to see what he said. I already know where you at.
I'm gonna just go Snoop.
Snoop. Okay.
I'm gonna go Snoop.
All right. Allan, where you at with it?
I say a low B. On C.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm disrespecting Uncle Snoop if I give him that. So I don't know.
So you said like a B.
Hold on, give me the
Low
bars
B,
again.
high C.
I think artistically though, I give him some credit for that.
Gotcha.
But I ain't fond of it.
Carlin, you need it again, Carlin?
Give me the bars again.
Allan came on as a harsh critic.
Right.
Early.
I got all this flavor on me dripping like the culinary. Mix it up, it tastes sweet as cherry or blueberry. God bless, I was headed for the cemetery or the penitentiary.
I feel like I need to hear the flow of it, like in the song. But no, it's cool. You did it. Who's next?
D, I see what D thinking.
Hey man, we gonna have to go. It came in Eshawn, but ended Snoop. So I'm gonna have to go Snoop, bro.
Actually got worse as it went on.
All right, so
I think it was just the ending, like, or the penitentiary. Like, what happened with that, bro?
He said more, and he said, yeah, Venetary kicked out all my demons. Now I'm making history. Now God bless the boy eating rotisserie.
All right, man.
Okay.
I've heard enough.
Yeah, Snoop.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know who this is, but I don't want to disrespect him, but I'm borderline trash juice, bro. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad, but this is like, I don't like when rappers just rhyme words just for the sake of rhyming words, but they have no correlation. Like, you just saying blueberry, penitentiary, venetary. Like, you just rhyming words for the sake of it, bro. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll go Snoop, though. We'll go Snoop.
All right.
Uncle Snoop.
Caleb, like, yeah, I heard enough.
1, 2,
It might sound better with it might sound better.
He flowed on the track. That was Ty Brazel on How We Coming with 1K Few.
On the track, bars be trash. I ain't
on the
gonna
track,
lie,
the track it sound good because he had the flow. But I'm listening. I'm like, yo, he ain't say one thing, bro. Like, he ain't say nothing the whole time.
Like strawberry or blueberry.
I was like, so I had to bring this to the fellas. And then I got
feel like his pen game lacked. He got a dope sound, but his pen game is kind of.
Hey, bro. Man,
trash juice.
Somebody told me, or I watched something that said Snoop Dogg was bigger than Tupac in his day. That might be a conversation for another day, but
it depends who you asking though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I wasn't really around back
depend,
then,
bro.
so I can't say.
Cause it ain't.
I don't know if any of us could really say. We was
Brandon
all,
and Sean, let us know, man.
Because we
yeah, right.
We all kind of got hip to Pac probably after he already passed. So that was like the thing. Like he was super popular because he died in the 90s. I wasn't really around when they were both like in their prime. I mean, I was like a baby. So
Bro, he's like 2 and 3.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't listening to Snoop at 2.
Yo, imagine Pastor out bumping Snoop like in the car. We say nah. But I got these last ones from my guys. And he said, solo that I can see under the skirt of an ant. Solo that I don't get hot no more. When I Geronimo, I just go hand.
Hey, Malc.
What's up,
Did y'all hear that? Because my computer froze. Can you say the whole thing again?
Right.
Yeah, I heard
my computer was tripping.
All right, he says, solo that I can see under the skirt of an ant. Solo that I don't get hot no more. When I Geronimo, I just go hand.
I go what?
I just go hand. You know, when you jump off the mountain, you supposed to Geronimo, but like, so
okay, all right, I ain't mad at that.
Y'all know what you thinking, bro.
All right, give it to me one more time. Solo that I could see up the skirt of an ant.
Solo that I could see under the skirt of an ant. The name of the song is called Solo. So solo that I could see under the skirt of an ant. Solo that I don't get hot no more. When I Geronimo, I just go hand. Like he already low.
Bro, the fact that he rhymed ant with the with the scheme, you gotta give him some credit for it, bro. I actually like that a little bit. I'm gonna give it Eshawn. I kind of like that.
All right, I'm gonna go with Allan. What you thinking, bro?
Bro, I like it now that you done said it 10 times, but if I just heard it, all that would have went over my head. So I'm gonna go Uncle Snoop though.
Okay. Beta, where you at, bro?
Bro, I know where the bar come from, so I feel disrespectful not saying Andre.
So you at that level?
I think I know that bar too.
On Andre.
All right, D, where you at, bro?
I'm in the B range with it, man. Eshawn, bro.
Ooh, this is
y'all wanna know?
Yeah.
So I got to do it too now since it's a split.
Well, we got 2 Eshawn, 1
Eshawn,
Snoop, and 1.
Oh, so Eshawn
Andre.
won.
So I guess Eshawn wins. Yeah.
Eshawn.
But once y'all hear who it is,
Push down like the gas I accelerated. Feel I made it on my own. My grind got me here alone. Lying to myself, my basic instinct like Sharon Stone. You brought me out of Egypt. Now my money right, I'm eating. I'm relieved. I'ma need my mornings, evenings, and my
that's 3
weekends.
stacks. He did it on that Frank Ocean, that solo reprise. Yeah, he went crazy.
That's disrespectful as the mud, bro.
I feel bad.
I'm sorry.
My bad, 3 stacks.
B tier ain't disrespectful. I mean, not even though Andre is one of the greatest. Everything he raps don't gotta be. Every single bar don't gotta be A level.
Right.
The only reason I give it A level is because it was no drums on there. Who finds that pocket on just a piano? Like, you know, normally you could play off the hi hat or something. He just went like,
he made it himself.
Andre is one of them that even if what he's saying ain't like super crazy, the way he says it is always gives it to the next level. Right. So even hearing it without him saying it is like it's B level, which is crazy. But hearing it on the track is probably I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. I know I've heard it.
It's on Blonde. I'm like, yo, he crazy with this, man. Like that pocket was different. But the lyrics is like you said, it is like I think it's like Eshawn, but on the track it's crazy to have no drums, nothing to help you find the pocket. It's crazy.
It's Andre on the Frank album, like it's just art. Like I don't know how to just explain it.
What's some good bars today, Malc?
Yeah, bro, I like it. I like the bars, man.
I told you I got them in a tuck for y'all, man. I got them in a tuck for my guys. Now I ain't letting y'all down, man.
So like I said, you just go to the end. So.
Hey, guys, I was gonna bring this. I was gonna hit y'all up earlier this week, man, but I had went back to I don't know if I think it was Carlin. It was like that mentioned what or maybe it was Malc asking what album was better, documentary or who had more hits, documentary or what was it? Ross.
Port of Miami.
Port of Miami. Hey man, that documentary was too much, bro.
Yeah.
Way too much.
But to me, it depends on what we talking about. If we talking about full albums, the documentary was definitely better. But I mean, and even hit wise, but Port of Miami has some smashes, bro. Like
it did.
Push It.
It did.
What else was on there? I can't even think right now.
I just think that what Carlin said, that the time frame is what made the documentary even crazier, bro. Like Dreams was on there, Hate It or Love It was on there. Like the time, you got to think about the time and the wave of when the game hit, when he was with 50 in them and Dre, all that was going crazy. Mm-hmm. When Ross hit the scene hard, but it wasn't a wave. I don't think it was a wave like that G-Unit wave though, bro.
No.
It wasn't.
Like, that was a moment in history,
but if we
bro.
talking smashes, bro, we talking about Push It.
He had Hustling
Blow,
on there.
Hustling, Boss. I mean those four alone are some of the biggest records.
It was hard, but then you do got to think about this though. You got to be honest though. Some of them songs are samples of the next song.
What you mean?
Like some of those samples, like Hustling, and then like what was the other one? Hustle Real Hard, Hustle. Yeah. Them is just all the same songs, just kind of just with a different vibe. So
they all went crazy.
I just feel like the completion of the documentary would edge it though.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to. I was thinking about that earlier.
Hate It or Love It was definitely one of the biggest songs ever at that time. How We Do, yeah. Put You on the Game. Yeah. He definitely had some joints, I ain't gonna lie. It's a good matchup though.
He had that joint running with Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
I just want to do the Tony Yayo dance. That's why I brought it up.
He has some joints. Hey, before we get off, man, I got an under the radar artist for y'all.
Okay.
It's a CHH artist. Y'all know I've been on my CHH kick. I'm still fasting from secular music right now. It's a female artist. Her name is AI the Anomaly. I think she signed a Young Money? God Over Money. New Young Money artist. She signed a God Over Money. So yeah, check her out. Let me see. I don't know if this will catch in the mic, but she's dope. Y'all hear this?
Couple 20 singing. Couple pins, couple villas screaming. Couple threads, all designer. Couple palace by your island. More you fancy your desires, more you stitching up your eyelids. Who that little lady from the east side? AI the Anomaly.
Stink face.
Yeah, she hard, bro.
Like, ooh.
She's a lyrical.
Hey, God Over Money be having. Hey, God Over Money be having some talent, boy.
Yeah. She's dope. I
be
just
having some talent, dog.
So that's my under the radar artist, man. Check her out if y'all get a chance. AI the Anomaly. I like her name too. I think that's fire.
It's gonna catch you. That name gonna catch you.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. We about ready to wrap it up. Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
Tell them where to follow us, bro.
Let them know, Dennis.
Man, you. Hey. If they don't know, they about to know. You know what I'm saying? You can follow us on everything, you know, man. Catch us Honest, the number 2 God Pod. You can catch us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We on YouTube now. We if you want to listen to us, Spotify, anywhere you can listen to podcasts, Apple, Google. We out here. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. Keep giving us that feedback, man. Shout out to Ryan Thompson, man. That's our that for sure is my favorite listener because he keep us with the feedback. But yeah, man, check us out, man. And Allan, man, give them your stuff one more time, bro, and tell them where they can find their book at.
Man, yes, sir. A Quest for Belonging, Overcoming Abuse, Abandonment, and Identity Crisis. Find it on Amazon, as well as you can find me on Facebook, Allan Irizarry-Graves. And I look forward to y'all just reaching out to me. And thanks for having me again, y'all. I appreciate y'all.
You could tell Allan the pastor. He hit him with the 3-point, the 3-point.
Not even trying though, just off the top.
Not even trying. That's just it is what it is.
I got 3 points before we close.
Come on, man. That's what I do. I ain't got no bars like y'all, but I can put 3 points together real quick.
Yeah, you definitely got the point game. If there was a preach off, you killing all of us. If it was a preaching competition. Nah, man. Again, we proud of you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Congrats on the
Appreciate
book, man. Super happy for you. Make sure y'all get the book. I know for me, I just typed his name in Amazon and the book popped right up. If you just type in Allan Irizarry-Graves, it'll pop right up. But also leave a review on there, man. After y'all read it, I know that helps kind of build the notoriety of it and helps more people see it. So, and share it on social media.
Yes, sir.
Check on y'all strong friends. Check on y'all parents, man. You never know. With this COVID going on, people stuck in the house.
Definitely.
It's just, just call.
Caleb, we praying you and your family get better, bro. That COVID ain't no joke.
Man, you ain't lying, bro. Sure. I appreciate that, man. I'm good right now. The hardest thing about it is everybody in the house being sick, and then my son kind of being the only one healthy is like, but we kind of got to keep our distance, but at the same time you can't keep your distance from your kids.
Yo, he about to be going crazy.
Right.
So that's the biggest struggle right now.
I think the good thing is that you come in, you got it. I mean, you ain't have it while your wife was down, and now she getting better, and you gonna be down for a little bit. So it like worked out perfect for y'all.
I hit him with that tag team right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
because that little dude wore me out, bro. Love y'all too, man. Honest to God, let me hit the outro.
We out.
End broadcast.